Riverdale because I finished
Oh.
Riverdale.
Oh.
I finished Riverdale yesterday, I think.
Finished it?
Yeah, I watched all of it. I went back. I had watched up to season 5.
I don't know
Like
how many
the end
seasons.
of season 4. There are 7 seasons. I watched up to like the end of season 4, and then I was like, well, I really want to see the end. So I'd heard about how insane it was, so I decided to just watch all of it. And so that's what I've been doing for like the past couple of weeks.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's your brain.
Jesus.
Oh, your brain.
Season 6 is as insane as everyone says it is, but here's the thing: season 7 is just good.
Yeah, because
That's
KJ was finally allowed to be Archie.
Yeah, well, it's also like set in the 1950s, and they don't do anything insane. It's just like a story. It's just like an Archie story set in the 1950s that's well written.
Yeah, no one's doing a depression striptease for someone's dad's retirement party to Mad World in a dive bar. Got season 2.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I left the room. That broke me. I left the room. I can't watch that scene. At the secondhand embarrassment, I couldn't. I can't stay in here or I'll die. Like,
here's what I will say about it: is everyone should watch season 6, and then some people should go on to season 7 if you want. But season 6 is absolutely worth it.
God, JD, better tell me what happens.
I cannot explain how insane season 6 is.
I mean, given how insane it already was by season 3, I'm pretty sure it was season 3 that Nell did her 30-minute description and then was told, wow, that was like a wild episode, and said, that was the opening.
I don't want to give anything away
That's
about
fair.
season 6. I've been DMing Julia about it the entire time I'm watching, so Julia can back me up. I've sent Julia long voice memos because I was like, I can't type this out.
That's what
It's just
Riverdale
like, well, one of them I had to listen to twice because you were laughing so hard I couldn't tell what you were saying.
Yeah.
Just fighting for your fucking life.
It's psychotic.
Speaking of fighting for your lives.
Yeah, except I realized I forgot something, so I have to be right back. So I introduced the stream, but like...
Yeah, we didn't talk about this. Julia, do you want to do the intro? Do you want me to do the intro?
You should probably do the intro because I will forget something.
Hi. Hey, hello. How are you? Welcome. We're live from the apocalypse. If you've never caught us before, we are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio that makes actual play content like streams and podcasts to raise money for nonprofits and aid organizations and other important causes. We're currently raising money for Doctors Without Borders and the very important critical medical and humanitarian aid that they're currently providing in Gaza. So we just ask that if you like what you see here, instead of doing the normal twitch.tv things of subscribing or giving us bits, you instead take the $5 or the $6 or whatever the cost of a cyber currency Twitch sub is going for these days, and you give it directly to Doctors Without Borders instead of to the Amazon Corporation, because they'll take most of it, and don't give it to us. We just play games on the internet. Doctors Without Borders will do very good and important things with it. So do that. To that end, we have hidden the subscribe button. You can seek it at your own peril, but we've replaced it with a donate button. So just hit that instead. Just use that one. And if you do that, McElroy Brothers will interrupt and scream. I'll hear it. I don't know, yell at Julia or something like that. And yeah, it'll throw off things, but more importantly, it'll just, help a good cause. If you find the subscribe button, we can't stop you from hitting it. If you have an Amazon Prime sub, that's included in your Amazon Prime subscription. It doesn't cost you anything extra. You got to put it somewhere. Why not put it in us? You know the drill. If you do that, beloved Dimension 20 Dungeon Master Brennan Lee Mulligan will kill a dog. He will kill one dog for every month that you've been subscribed to this channel. So maybe just give to Doctors Without Borders instead of doing that. I think that's the stuff. There's channel points, there's emotes, there's GIF reactions like that one. Yep, just like that. But with all that being said, oh yeah, just like this.
Gonna kill that dog.
Oh my God, he's the bad guy.
I'm not sorry.
Bad guys.
Murderer.
Well, who's the monster now?
It's all
JD.
y'all. Except maybe Steph. None of the
Don't
rest
worry.
of y'all's hands are clean.
Don't
It's true.
worry. Morris will remember this.
Upsetting.
I don't
Look,
know what
I need
that
a lighter
means.
because I'm gonna set Morris on fire at this rate.
Later, don't worry about it.
The chat loves Morris, so I don't know.
Yeah, just fucking
aw.
grip it and rip it, baby.
Aw,
Slop
thank
that
you
down,
for your
dude.
donation.
Yeah, dude, crack one for the big boy.
It's Chrissy. Thanks for the donation. We really appreciate it. That's really sweet of you. With all that being said, I think that's the stuff and the things. I'll turn it over to Julia.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, hello. This is Kids on Bikes. This is the last bus gets in at 11. These are 4 Kansas teenagers who are, spending their summer working the night shift at one of the largest employers of their little auxiliary town, which is the way station off of I-70. And they've, by whatever means they drew these straws, they've got the fun little shift from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., and they have to spend it together in the dark with whoever decides to come inside. And I think it'll be a fun time. I think everyone will have a good time. It's nice. It's the end of June. You guys are getting ready for 4th of July celebrations. There's nothing to worry about. You're having a good time. That's what's happening to you guys. That's what I'm doing. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready with your customer service voices. You are muted.
Thank you for coming to the Starbucks drive-thru.
Yeah.
Would you like to place your order? I'm sorry, you mean a venti latte?
Really putting that new microphone through its paces.
I'm trying to get my money's worth out of this piece of shit.
But yeah, so I don't know if we want to do introductions for you guys. But then after that, we are good to jump right in. I've got some stuff to do to you.
Yeah, we could do introductions, I guess. How do you want to do this?
I think let's just go around in order from the top. Start with Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. Tonight I will be playing Zoe Gray, 18-year-old. She works at the help desk, and she is the funny sidekick.
Hello. Hi, my name is Will. I'm going to be playing Cameron, who works at I don't think it has a name. I think you just said the questionable pizza place.
Yeah, that's correct. It does not have a name. It does not have it just has a pizza logo. That's all you get.
That's fair. And I will be the brutish jock. It's BRUT, not BROOD.
Hi, my name is Della. I will be playing Carrie Planter, the wannabe trope, the 17-year-old who is currently working at Starbucks, but will one day be a poet laureate. Not really. Let's be real.
And speaking of brooding, I am Riley, a 17-year-old, works at the rival coffee group, Pete's Coffee and Tea. And don't roll your eyes at me, Carrie. You sold your soul
Oh my
to a
God, it's so
corporation
cute.
and I didn't.
So Pete's isn't a corporation. They're like not incorporated, like at all. Like who writes
they're
your
like not.
paychecks?
Don't worry
Like,
about that.
I
That's
mean, it's
none of your
cute that
business.
it's cute that you think we're rivals. It's cute that you think that our corporate overlords like represent us at all. It's real funny.
Are we playing the game right now, or what is happening?
Me and Della don't have to do this right now. Right now. Anyways, I'm the young provider trope.
AKA the Julia playbook.
Hey!
Morris will remember that too.
Morris will remember that.
You already have a doll, Will. Why would you say that?
I'm untouchable now. What could they do?
Anyway, I suppose on that note, we will get into this Kids on Bikes game. So, as I said, you are night shift employees at one of the large rest stations along the I-70 highway in Kansas. The lights lining the parking lot and the gas pumps are the first sign of life in 45 miles both directions. Outside, it is a black, cloudy night that ruins the late June mood. And the last bus gets in at 11. The nearest town is a little auxiliary town that is mostly an extension of this particular way station. There are some hotels, a couple like smaller gas stations, chain restaurants. Other teenagers are having like bonfire parties or seeing who could run through the cornfields with like the least amount of injuries. But for some reason or another, you are all here. And the last bus gets in at 11. It is a boring stretch of hours that you are filling with each other. And whoever happens to stumble in and out of the dark in the night, that families on vacation, college kids on road trips, truck drivers needing a cup of coffee more than like air itself. The last bus gets in at 11. This place was built probably sometime in like the 60s to 70s, and it shows. Everything's just a little bit dated. You don't know when the last time it was painted. The tile has never been updated. The tech was maybe redone in the 80s. You can hear the security cameras when they turn, which is not great. The phones, they still have landlines. They crackle when you pick them up. The benches are questionable. The seating is tacky. And it's kind of a weird place. They play the top 40s, though. Top 40s of 1993. And there's a number of places in this rest station that you can visit when you are on your travels if you don't just need gas. If you need to come in, stretch your legs, use the bathroom, get something to eat, we have lots of options. We have a Cinnabon that's directly connected to an Aunt Annie's, except it's closed because it's never open overnight. We have an Earl of Sandwich, which is run by a very nice but very tired old man named who you just call Gramps. He's usually sleeping in the back. You mostly leave him alone. He's been through enough. But we see a couple of more active stations. And I think we will start with the Suspect Pizza Place that just has sad little hot dogs rotating lonely on an old metal machine. Will, would you please describe Cameron?
Sure. Cameron is tall, has dark hair, pretty tan. His hair is like a little bit highlighted from being out in the sun playing sport. But he's tall. He's in very good shape. He's around 17 or 18 years old. I think the Questionable Pizza Place, I think, does not have a true uniform, just like an ancestral apron that has been handed down through the generations that is just covered in like layers and layers of stains and grime that he wears like tied around his waist, but like with the top part folded down. So it just kind of covers lower half. I think when he's here, he wears like kind of a trucker hat backwards just to keep his hair out of his face in case he ever has to actually make a pizza, which hasn't happened so far, but who knows. And generally speaking, he just looks very, very bored, very upset to be here, I think. Yeah, I think that's Cameron.
Good. And then we swing next to the Questionable Pizza Place is the help desk. It's right near the front door, where we have Zoe. Steph, would you please describe Zoe?
Zoe is 5'5". She has blonde hair, but right now it is a dark violet color. She's wearing it's summer, so since there's probably a rule against wearing shorts at work, she is wearing just standard jean shorts. and a crop top that she can cover with a little short sleeve button up she has that's open. Chipped red nails. She's got brown eyes and pretty curvy, and she's in between sitting and scrolling on her phone or reading. She will get up to stretch her legs because she's got Heelys on, so she will just wheel around the empty place as needed.
Good. And then as we move past, we see the front entrance, the big front entrance. There's on the wall, there's cork boards full of like local advertisements that you've never changed. You assume maybe someone on day shift does, but you also have never bothered to pay attention. And then as the hall goes down, there is a hallway that leads towards the bathrooms, which are of a larger capacity because this is a rest station. They have showers, they have coin laundry, and then further back is your locker room, the collective locker room. But we're not going down there just yet. Instead, we continue across. We see the closed down Auntie Anne's and Cinnabon combo. We see the Earl of Sandwich where the lights are on, but nobody appears to be home. And then there is the Pete's. JD, would you please describe Riley?
I would love to describe Riley. Riley is the other's about 17 or 18. He's about 5'8". They have shaggy hair that is dyed in a natural red, but nothing too out of line. I don't know if Pete's rule this, but it limits of what is required. He is wearing a polo with the Pete's Coffee and Tea insignia, and he has refused to wear khakis, so he is in jeans, but they are not torn. And he has a beanie on his head. I think at the moment we see him, some of the alarms on the side of the coffee machine have gone off, and so he is in the process of pulling shots as he has to every few hours to make sure that things are still moving through the machine. And he is adding them to the large cup of coffee that he has poured, as that is allowed to have coffee, though never espresso. He is dumping the shots in there, though, because why would you let those shots go to waste?
Truly. Truly, why would you do that? Next to the largest span of the rest station that is not just the central middle like seating area is the part that opens up into what is a large generic kind of gas station convenience store interior. They have the bright lights and the cool racks with the cooler racks that have drinks, bottled drinks, chips, snacks, beef jerky. There's only one person working in there tonight. It's Kennedy Kyle. You guys know Kennedy. She's younger than you. She's like just turned 16, like at the end of the school year, but she's a little bit of a you wouldn't say she's introverted, but she takes her studies very seriously. And so you don't really see her outside of school and work. On the far side of her section of the rest station is the other exit, which leads out to the parking lot that's closer to the gas pumps. And then on the other side, directly across from the Pete's, is the newest addition. Newest by like 5 years. Starbucks. And Della, could you please round us out?
Carrie Planter is also about 5'5", blonde, skinny, not very severe of features. Does not. She looks like the person who very much tried and tries to like go for like a like the hippie, willowy, like I'm gonna wear skirts and floral prints, but just has that very square cut jaw that makes it all look like it's a little bit like putting lace on a just a brick, just a brick. Carrie is 17 and she takes everything she does very seriously. One of these people who fully commits to the bit of anything she's doing without a trace of evident irony. When she is not very seriously making sure that the Starbucks is clean and ship shape, she is writing in a little journal that she will not refer to as a journal. It's not a journal, it's a day book, excuse me.
Beautiful. Good. All good things. And this is not your first time working together. Well, working at the same time as each other. How much you actually interact with each other is variable. But there is someone who usually works with you on these days who you haven't seen. And I think it's about 10:30, 10:45. And Kennedy comes out of it's quiet. A truck driver just left very recently. He grabbed like a 2-liter of Coke and disappeared. And Kennedy wanders out to stand kind of in the middle of the seating area, and she goes, "Has anyone seen Kevin?"
No?
Kevin
Mm.
being Kennedy's cousin, or slacker cousin, who works as the night janitor.
I mean, have you asked August?
I tried calling August, but the phone just like rang repeatedly and then just like gurgled static at me.
I
Did
feel
he
like
come
you
in for
guys are
his-
just making people up.
Did he come
Okay,
in
so
for his shift? Did he
who's
like
Kevin?
show?
Who's August?
My cousin, Kevin.
Your cousin's August?
No, my cousin Kevin.
Well, then whose cousin is August?
Nobody's cousin is August.
Hopefully, no one's. August is useless.
That seems hard to believe.
Anyway, I texted him and he told me that he would be in. And I don't know, this is the first time I'm getting to like actually look around and I haven't seen him. None of
Was-
you.
Have you texted him again?
Yes, Riley, I texted him again.
I'm just asking. God.
Yeah, Riley.
I mean, is his car in the parking lot? He could have gotten flat on his way or something.
I'm gonna peer out into the parking lot and see what kind of cars are out there.
Okay. In the parking lot,
Check my
you
hair
see
in the
yeah.
reflection.
In the parking lot, you see kind of parked a little further away from the building where there's a little bit more space, a couple of trucks that are parked for like drivers who are sleeping overnight. There's a minivan fueling up, and then you see what looks like a camper start to like pull in up the ramp. But besides that and the cars that you know to be each other's cars, you don't see anything. You don't see Kevin's car.
Doesn't look like he's here. I think maybe he like, I don't know, just skipped it tonight.
Or he was like murdered by a trucker with like a hook for a hand.
Oh my god, Cameron. Don't tell that to Kennedy like that. She might believe it.
Like, why would you? Like, people do die.
It's better
Carmen,
she hears
people,
it
like-
from me.
Truck drivers do. None of our truck drivers would do that.
I don't think any of the truck drivers here are murderers, and if they were, we would, I guess, just have to deal with that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Of
how would
course
we
they're
deal with
not.
that, Carrie?
There's knives in the Earl of Sandwich and pizza place, right? Like you got knives and like slicers back there, right, Cameron?
I've got a steam wand. Like we both have espresso machines. They're basically just high pressure bombs, like anyway. So
None of the
Really?
truckers who come here are murderers. They have two hands.
it's true. You can only murder people if you have one hand. It's true. I read
If
that in
you're
a
a
book one
trucker,
day.
yeah. I mean,
Mhm,
it could be
mhm.
a hook. It could be like a knife. It could be like a chainsaw, maybe.
What about if he
A
only has one
chainsaw.
leg?
But he's a
Or
pirate.
trucker?
Also,
And he's a
be really
pirate.
hard. Also, be really hard to
I-
drive a truck. Like stick shift, kind of tough.
You guys, this really isn't funny. Like that's my
Oh
cousin.
no, sorry.
That's my cousin.
Sorry, I don't think he probably just like didn't show up because it's not to be like morbid with the previous conversation, but like it's dead in here.
Well,
I mean, there's another way to
last-
say that, Carrie. Like he could be out at some of the parties that are going on.
well, we're supposed to get a bus, so like that's probably going to have some people. The schedule said, well, August said that the schedule said that we're going to get a bus. So like that's going to be like at least another 30 minutes of activity.
Well, then the day shift is going to be real pissed off at him for not being here and leaving all that shit for them to clean up.
Did you call his mom or dad?
See, okay, so here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I technically make extra money from my aunt by making sure that he shows up because this is technically part of his community service from when he like accidentally burned the shed down with his cigarette.
Oh, right.
So I can't call her.
Really?
Yeah. So like I can't call
That
her.
was an accident.
Yeah, and that's why it's just community service.
Damn.
He's got to repay.
Yeah.
He's got to repay them to rebuild the shed. So like,
Imagine getting murdered on your way to community service.
Oh my god,
shut the fuck
Cameron.
up.
okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks so much for all of your help. And she disappears back into her corner of the rest station.
Only people who die are the ones who order those hot dogs. We all know this, Cameron.
No one orders these hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't let anyone order these hot dogs. I've
Because
watched you
people will
do it.
die.
You think I'm here to sell these hot dogs? No. I'm here to stop people from buying these hot dogs. I'm here to save them from
Who else
themselves.
is
If
gonna
it was
watch?
anyone less ethical than me, lives would be lost.
What happens during day shift?
There's no day shift.
You guys go back and forth a little bit like this for some time. A Greyhound bus does at like 10:58 pull up, opens the door. You see more people on the bus than get out. They come through. They look just tired, grumpy. A good handful of them just bypass you all entirely and go straight to the bathroom. One woman walks in, and you see her pause as she looks first to Carrie, and then to Riley. And just a moment of hesitation as she tries to decide where she's gonna go.
I'm just
This is-
beaming like trying to like beam like soothing like vibes, like being the most like chipper, but not like trying to call someone over or say anything.
And Riley is also trying to make Pete's as welcoming as is possible, but the vibes are definitely different than Carrie. Especially as he is drinking the large coffee that he has made for himself.
So I think the fact that you have a coffee actively in hand does seem to sway her a bit, and she turns and she comes over to you. orders a hot coffee for the road. It's okay. It's okay, Carrie. Because two 14-year-olds wearing matching t-shirts that say big sister, little sister wander in, and they would love for you at 11 o'clock at night to turn on the blender and make them some frappuccinos. So
I'm gonna make some fucking frappuccinos. That blender's gonna be so loud.
and this is not entirely unusual. This is usually about how this kind of thing goes. The buses usually stay only for, like Kennedy said, 20 to 30 minutes, depending. And then everyone starts to, herd onto the bus. In that interim, a couple people do come out, go to the bathroom, grab some chips, go back out. Nobody has anything to ask you at the help desk this late at night. But you do your
Exactly.
I just want to point out that legally speaking, Carrie can't sell them frappuccinos. Carrie can only sell them fraps.
I'm so glad that Carmen is aware of these rules.
Cameron, how dare you? How dare you call me by that name?
I'm sorry.
Incredible.
I'm sorry. It just came out. Anyway. This is pretty standard, but one thing I would like if everybody could give me just an easy base 8 what is it? Brains roll. Just if everyone could.
Did you say easy? Because
Yeah, did you say easy?
I said what I said.
So you roll the die.
You roll the die assigned to your brains.
Okie dokie.
And you have to get high 8, right?
You have to
Okay.
meet or beat 8, and you
I
can
got
add
it.
if you have any skills or attributes, you can add them. If you have adversity tokens, you can add 1 that gives you a +1 to your roll. If you fail, you get an extra adversity token. And I forget if everyone was on when I said this pre-show, but everyone should be starting with 3 adversity tokens.
Okay. Do you get
how
if
many
you
adversity
have
tokens? Sorry.
3.
If you have a skill, you get to add things to it?
Yeah, if you have a skill that helps you with brains or something like that.
So if I have intuitive, would that
Yes.
help?
Yes.
Okay. So how much do I add to it?
Intuitive is, let me find where you are.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 9, so
Okay.
I have
But just out of
gross.
curiosity.
Would that add to
No, sorry about it.
Obviously.
Well, I got a 4, but because I failed, I get 2 adversity tokens because I'm easygoing.
There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Feeling
if
them,
you
gonna need 'em.
Oh, does it say what these do? Somewhere?
wait, yeah, they should. I put them all in your notes. I'll put your stuff in your notes.
Oh, yep. Okay. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
There they are. Yeah.
That's fine. So if you got below an 8, nothing to worry about. It's just completely normal. This is how it goes. If you got above an 8, well, then you get to see 2 things. You get to see slinking in from the door closer to Zoe, Kevin. Sneaking in, slipping on back towards the locker rooms.
I think Cameron would absolutely. Kevin, my man, Kevin.
Oh! You see Kennedy's head snap around. Kevin just gives one of those, he does not make eye contact with you. He just throws one hand up, keeps moving.
Cameron, come on. You should
Just
have
excited
back.
to see Kevin. It's not the same when he's not here.
You didn't even realize he was gone.
Sure, I did.
The other thing you see.
I wouldn't forget Kevin.
Forgot August.
Who?
Everyone forgets August.
Yeah, to be fair, August is extremely forgettable. You
August
forget
deserves to be
half the
forgotten.
time.
I'm not convinced
Yeah.
August is real. It's a
Break
weird
down that door,
name.
find out.
You hear one of the old 80s security cameras make a very distinctive clicking, whirring noise as you say that, and it points towards you.
I hate it when he does that.
It's bad. It's bad vibes.
This is why he has no friends.
But the other thing you would have noticed is that camper that Carrie had originally seen seems to have paused by the bus. Nobody got out. And then it drove back off out of the parking lot back onto the I-70. They did not get gas, they did not come in. Maybe they circled the building, but they're just gone again.
Maybe it was a drug deal.
Everyone else takes their snacks and their drinks and their stretched legs and take themselves back to the Greyhound bus.
Does anyone try to buy a hot dog? Because I'm just like standing behind the counter with my arms crossed, like daring somebody to try.
Not this time.
Good.
Not enough people were interested in getting things today. You've succeeded in your mission. People live
Town
tonight.
is safe for another night.
The bus pulls away. It's about 11:15. The music gets marginally louder. You're not sure if that's on purpose or if that's just the tech just wigging out on you. You see some people come and get gas. Nobody else comes in. And then at around 11:30, bus pulls in. You do not recognize this bus, and you've seen lots of buses. Lots of different brands of buses. This one looks older in a way. It's kind of got like a weird vintage feel to it. All metal chrome. The words of the name of the bus company is mostly faded and scratched out. If you look closely, you can kind of make out the phrase "sticks with us" in like a big swoopy white font that's been scratched up. The door opens. And about 6 people get out. One of them, clearly the bus driver, wearing a black uniform, very neat, very pressed, little black hat, little black sunglasses, and he gets off the bus. He seems to say something to an older woman who's there, and then he moves off towards the back of the bus. You don't see him come in. The old woman turns, and there's a little girl with her. And they seem to be discussing something. And the little girl looks like she's, like, begging for something. And a taller man who seems to be... You can't tell if he's with this group, like he knows them, or if he just has been on this bus ride with them for a very long time. And he says something to the woman, and she seems to relent. And the little girl goes back on the bus. She comes back out with a small black dog in her arms. Small black puppy. And the group comes in. The old woman is carrying a very large bag, very large purse, but nobody seems to help her with it. She doesn't seem bothered. And she gestures towards one of the tables in the seating area and then turns down towards the bathroom. And the little girl goes, and she sits at the table with her puppy, and the tall gentleman pauses near the help desk. He's looking first at the billboards, at the board with the ads, and then he turns towards you. He looks down at the desk.
Hey, can I help you with something?
Help with what?
I don't know. You're standing at my desk.
Right.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
Do you have maps? Is that the kind of thing you usually have at these?
Yeah, there should be like a highway road map for the state here somewhere. Let
Do you
me.
have maps that are less like highway, just more local roads?
Let me see what I got in the drawers here. Now, given how how interesting the tech is here, is there like some old maps of like the state of Kansas that is?
You could attempt to fight with the old desktop computer to get MapQuest up. But you do find kind of something similar. There's an old brochure for historic town tours, and it's got some like smaller diagram maps that you can give him.
This seems like this is the best we've got here. It's historic, so there's got to be like some old local roads on there.
He nods, takes it. He doesn't say thank you, but he gives you like a firm nod. And then he walks towards the seating area. He does not sit with the child. He sits with another like person who got off the bus. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman. They look very tired. They've kind of folded their arms onto the table and laid their head down. And he sits there. He lays the map on the table in front of him, puts his hands in his pockets, and then just kind of looks around at all of you. At this time, the old woman comes back from the bathroom. She is holding a wallet in her hands. She doesn't have her purse with her. She walks past you, past the pizza place, heads over to the little gas station. There's a little section that's got magnets and postcards and t-shirts. And she's inspecting them, looking at them. And then she turns to look at Kennedy. And she says, "Do you have anything that'll fit the baby?" And Kennedy kind of startles because she's not used to people asking her questions. She's used to people just kind of like dropping things on the counter and grunting. And she says, "I'm sorry, what was that?" And the woman says, "Do you have anything for the baby?" And you see Kennedy look over at the little girl with the dog, and then look back at the woman. And she says, yeah, we have kid sizes, like she doesn't look like a T3 or anything, but we have like child small." And the woman says, no, for the baby." Kennedy looks desperately at any of you for trying to make eye contact with one of you.
Yeah. Zoe will kind of lean over the help desk and just kind of be like, "Hey, when you mean baby, do you mean I don't see a baby? Maybe you could be a little more specific."
The woman turns and she's squinting at you through her glasses. Her glasses are very thick, but she is still squinting. She looks at you, and then kind of like she gets distracted. She says, Oh, you have very pretty eyes. I used to have eyes like that."
Thank you. That's so sweet.
And while this is happening, the little girl gets up from her seat. She leaves the dog. The little black dog hasn't really been making a lot of noise. Maybe a couple like little grunts and whines, but no barking. She gets up. She walks over to the stand, and she says to the woman, she says, "Grandma, I think the baby can use a lanyard. We can put the keys on it." And the old woman says, Oh, the keys. And then she looks like she's going to reach into her bag, and then she realizes she doesn't have her bag. And she goes, oh, yes, the keys. And then she takes one of the lanyards. She pays for it. Kennedy is wide-eyed, staring at all of you. The little girl is just nodding. And then once the transaction is done, the old woman says, thank you so much for your help, dear. And then she goes back towards the bathroom. And the little girl goes back to the dog.
What time is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm texting the defunct group chat. What the fuck?
It's been a couple minutes. It's now close to like 11:40, 11:45.
So this bus like shouldn't be here.
Correct.
'Cause, like, correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
The last bus gets in at 11.
Yeah,
Surely does.
last bus
Surely
came and
does.
went. If I try to look up a quick search of bus and stick with us is the phrase, does that turn up anything in my phone?
No.
Okay.
You
Just
didn't see
adds
a
to the group
fucking
chat.
baby, man. What fucking baby?
I didn't see a fucking thing. How could she see my fucking eyes? In the group chat, just like fucking Coke bottle glasses. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, my eyes are pretty, but what the fuck?
Cameron. While you are texting, you suddenly hear a hi. If you look up from your phone, you see the top of the child's head standing at your counter.
Hello?
Hi, do you have breadsticks? You sell pizza, so do you sell breadsticks?
I think we're out.
Oh.
I have rolls. If you just
And-
want some rolls.
It's not for me, it's for Tripod. And then she points at the dog.
That's an interesting name for a dog.
Do you want to meet him? He's really nice. He's a really good dog.
I mean, I like dogs. I like dogs. Dude, I can give you rolls. Tripod would probably like just yeah.
Do you hand her the rolls, or do you come out
Yeah, I'll
to meet
take
the
out
dog?
like 3. I mean, I'll take out 3 rolls and I'll hand them to the kid, but like I'll go to meet the dog.
Okay.
I'm curious why the dog is named Tripod.
Well, you go over, and the dog is sitting patiently where the girl left it, and you can tell as you get closer that while it is a puppy and it is a small dog, you can tell kind of by the build of it, this is going to grow up into a large dog one day. It's this like nice fluffy black color. It's got pretty dark eyes, and it's got all 4 of its legs.
So why'd you name him Tripod?
Because of the way that he talks.
Yep. That makes sense. All right. Well, enjoy the rolls, Tripod.
You don't have any follow-up questions for the little girl?
I don't want to be here anymore.
She says thank you for she says thank you for the rolls, and she sits there and she shares them with the dog. As you go by, as you walk back, you realize that the tall gentleman is watching you. Is watching you. And then
I think if he is staring for long enough, Cameron is the type of person who's eventually going to be like, "Can I help you?"
I thought that was her job.
We all work here. You're kind of staring.
Right.
You good? You need something? You gonna be here long?
Hopefully not. We're just long enough, I think.
Long enough for what?
You usually ask all these questions?
No,
No, don't start now.
but usually the last bus gets in at 11.
It's a private bus, chartered.
Sure. Okay.
He will look back down at the map. He still is not touching it. And then he will look out the door like he's waiting for something.
Riley, for the record, has not looked away from the hallway that the woman went down.
Okay, cool. So you see Kevin come out of the locker room. Kevin comes out of the locker room. He's got his headphones in, big, oversized things, because he cannot stand the top 40s 1993 radio. Drives him straight up the wall. He once looked you dead in the eye. And he said that if I have to listen to The River of Dreams by Billy Joel one more fucking time, I'm going to drive my truck into August's security building. And you believe him. You believe him.
I'm not sure Riley saw that as a deterrent, but he let Kevin do what Kevin needed to do.
Yeah, he would not be wrong to do so.
Yeah, and like Riley's not going to dissuade him from this.
So you see Kevin come out with his, and he's pushing the mop, and he starts his mopping. And he goes past the bathroom, keeps coming down the hall. And you see the old woman leave again. She's coming back. She still doesn't have the purse. Doesn't have her wallet now. Doesn't have the lanyard. She's holding a file.
Like a file, like a pad of
a pad of paper, like a manila folder, manila file full of paper. And she comes and she sits at the table with the sleepy person and the tall staring man.
I mean, I seeing that Riley would just kind of check in and be like, "Hey, did you forget your stuff? You had a bag, and I thought you were looking for that. Did you need help finding it?"
Oh, that's very kind of you, dear. No, I know exactly where it is.
I think Carrie's going into the bathroom, like absolutely putting the little like sign up and like the be right back sign up. And he's going to go into the bathroom.
Okay. You go into the bathroom. It's one of those things where it's a big open archway that then divides into two sides, like down little halls, and you can go down one, and it leads to the men's section and the women's section. And as Kansas binary dictates, and the lights are off in the women's side. As you stand there for a moment, could you please roll me another brains? I would like to see what you notice. This is going to be legitimately easier. I would like you just to beat a 4.
Okay, I got another 9.
Okay. You hear something like running water? Like one of the showers is on?
Hello? Is there anybody back there? I'm turning on the lights and
You turn on you didn't hear anything when you called, but when you turn on the lights, there is like a startled sort of noise, like a startled little sound, and like it doesn't sound like somebody fell or like somebody like slapped like a hand down, maybe. Do you investigate further? Do you go in?
Yes, I absolutely have my hand on the butterfly knife that Riley gave me when we were dating that he doesn't know that I've kept.
I love this. I love this for the two of you. Yeah, you go in. Uh you see the woman's purse. At the far end, the drop down koala bear changing table is dropped down. The purse is on top of it. There's what looked to be a pair of beach towels sitting next to it. And then the shower closest to it is on. And on the ground, you see the end of the little lanyard that was just bought. And then as you take a step in, there's the jingle of keys and the lanyard gets pulled into the shower. You guys all seem very distressed. I haven't even done anything to you yet. I'm just telling you things.
What the fuck
You're
baby is
telling us
this?
disconcerting things.
Oh, the baby, are you okay?
You
In
hear
here?
you hear a quizzical kind of noise, and in response to that, but it doesn't sound like a baby you've heard before.
Oh, do you need anything?
The baby like flicks the end of the lanyard out so that the key end comes out. The keys clatter. They're just regular plastic baby toy keys attached to this lanyard that the baby's swinging around.
Those are good. Those are good keys.
So you go check on the baby.
Do you Okay. Um if it's okay if I go in and check on you, I guess leave the keys out. If it's not okay, pull the keys in?
You don't know if the baby is telling you that it's fine or if the baby just doesn't have that level of cognizance, but the keys stay on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door. The baby. I'm gonna open the door.
There is, on the ground, underneath the running water, what appears to be a small, slimy, blackish green horse.
Oh. Hello, the baby.
The end,
Everything seems to be in order here. Carry on.
you don't want to. You don't want to roll anything. You don't want to try to figure this out. You're just gonna run away from the baby.
No, I think. Oh, jeez.
It looks up at you with fathomless, large black eyes.
So you're like a little. You're like a little. You're like a little horsey. You're like a little horse guy.
The end of the lanyard was in its mouth, and it drops it down onto the ground and just kind of and looks up at you. While this is happening to Carrie,
Okay.
that camper comes back. And you see it circle the building. And then it parks deliberately on the other side of the building. And from the camper van, 3 people come out. An older man, a middle-aged woman, and a disgruntled teenager. And they come in through Kennedy's section. The tall, staring man stands up when he sees them come in, but he does not move. The three of them don't seem to have noticed. They go through Kennedy's section like everything's normal, everything's fine. Then they head towards the Earl of Sandwich. They see no one standing there. And so they turn, see no one's at the Starbucks. And so, Riley,
Yep.
the man and the woman approach you. You see the teenager go sit down on one of the questionable stuffed vinyl benches next to the fake plants that they kind of added at some point in like the 2010s for like atmosphere. They're very dusty. You all desperately pray that one day Kevin will notice that they're dusty and do something about it. Today, so far, that has not happened.
I don't even think that would help at this point.
And yeah, they come over and the man just asks you for some regular drip black coffee, and he's smiling and pleasant. And the woman seems less so. She seems unhappy to be there. She does not order anything, but she stays very close to this man.
And Riley just kind of does the small talk thing, says good evening to them, gets the order, grabs the coffee, and just asks how their night is going and if they have a long drive ahead.
Oh no, we're actually not that far from home ourselves. We're just, out here for business. And the woman smacks her hand against his arm.
Cool. Cool.
Say, the woman kind of like leans forward a little bit. Have you seen a shorter gentleman suit briefcase type come in?
I mean, I've seen a lot of people come in and out.
Come in and stayed. Like, is there a lawyer here?
No, there is not anyone that I've seen that would be a lawyer.
He's like, he's fucking late, and they were late too. This is ridiculous. I don't know why you're entertaining this. And he shushes her a bit and then leads her away towards where the teenager is. The man who is standing stays standing until the old woman kind of reaches over and gestures at him. And he sits back down.
I think Riley goes over to Cameron and is just like, dude, I think there's some like weird deal happening here. I don't know.
Yeah, that the dog's name is Tripod. When I
don't
asked
think-
why, she said because of how it talks.
Does that mean Cameron?
I don't know.
Did you ask?
No, I didn't ask. Are you fucking kidding me? I left.
I mean, we're not paid enough for that, but what the fuck?
I mean, should someone tell August?
I mean, August is watching us. August knows what's happening.
Right, but like,
Does August care?
yeah, I mean, if somebody goes and like bangs on the door,
You volunteering?
I mean, I guess.
I'll watch the hot dogs.
Okay.
just have to make sure no one eats one, right?
Don't let anybody buy any. All right. I'll
How do you get paid? How do you make money?
I'm working.
Cameron, we've worked together for months and I've never seen you sell anything.
I show up. I stand here. I get paid. Not my fault if nobody buys anything.
You stop them from buying things.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Anyways, go talk to August. Let him know some. Do you think it's like a really weird drug deal? Do you need lawyers for that shit?
This is about the time where you all get a Snapchat picture of a tiny horse.
Just like drop my phone on the counter. What? Okay. What the fuck was that?
WTF.
It's at all caps with like a little heart and like a little like shocked face emoji. It just says the baby.
Absolutely the fuck not.
I will protect the baby with my life.
Riley.
Unless the baby tries to kill. If the baby does not try to kill me, I will protect the baby with my life at this point.
It's cute, but the fuck is it? Just
Riley,
text
you
to the
gotta-
group chat.
Riley, you gotta go get your girl.
Okay, she's not my girl. I'm not gonna go get her. But yeah, I should see what the fuck's going on. Zoe, keep an eye out here. I'll be
What
back.
else am I gonna do?
Zoe, don't let anybody buy these hot dogs.
If the baby appears to be okay in the shower by itself and doesn't do anything weirder than exist, Carrie will shut the door and leave.
It's above our pay grade. Yeah.
Okay. It's Carrie. You shut the door, you turn to leave, and then standing by one of the sinks is the little girl who had been playing with the dog. And she's watching you. Just watching.
Hi.
Hi. You didn't touch him, right?
No. No.
Okay.
That looked like a health and safety violation.
Yeah, you can't touch him. You'll get stuck.
Oh, is it like a it's one of those Irish water
Yeah.
fairy?
That's why you got to touch him with the towels, or you'll get stuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I have w- w- water guess they needs water, so shower. Huh. Did I don't. Okay, you're real, right? That was real? That was a real.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
It's your cousin.
Technically, that's my cousin.
Are you like a
I'm a person.
You're a person. Okay, you're a person. Yeah, well, yeah. Well, fairies can be people, right?
Yeah, but I'm a person.
Okay.
Grandma's not a person.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My cousin's not a person, and Grandma's not a person, and my mom's not a person, and Morris isn't a person, but I'm a person.
You're a person. Right. So where's your did something happen to your coat that you're a person?
No, I'm just a person.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um, is there anything I can like get you guys that you guys like need so that everything is like cool and chill and not nobody gets stuck in a horse?
I mean, the baby will be fine as long as you just leave the baby there, and as
Okay,
long as nobody touches him.
Okay, the
And
baby.
and he
Yeah.
he doesn't like the big lights on, because they hurt
Oh.
his eyes. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
we
I'm
have to turn the
sorry,
lights
the
off.
baby. And she'll like go over and like pulls out like a little like a keychain flashlight and like turns the light off and like turns on her little keychain flashlight. Okay. So I'm gonna stick like an out of order sign on here so that nobody like accidentally comes through and gets stuck in a horse. And so that nobody bothers anybody and everybody's fine and happy and it's all good.
Okay.
Cool. Y'all let us know if you need anything.
And the little girl kind of like nods, and then she follows you back out to where everyone else is. Kennedy at this point is arguing with Kevin about him being late, and also the fact that he has been mopping without putting wet floor signs out. Just if you want to make sure you know where everybody is. But so Carrie rejoins the group.
Why would we want that? Why would we need that, Julia?
You're such a small knit group. You've got,
I mean, I do think that Carrie pretty much Riley, because he has been standing at the door debating whether or not to go in.
Hi. So we're gonna put up an out of order sign there so that nobody goes in there for now. We can just use the other bathroom for now.
Sure. Okay. What the fuck, Carrie?
It is it okay to sort of look at the girl and be like, is it okay to talk about your cousin, or is that like hush hush? Like I'm not trying to blow up your spot.
I don't know. I don't know how much you'll remember.
Oh my god.
All right. So there's I can't remember if it's a Selkie or a Kelpie in the bathroom, and if you poke it, you'll get stuck in it. So you don't touch the tiny horse. Don't touch the tiny horse. Don't turn on the light. It doesn't like the light. It won't be like aggressive or mean or anything, but it just seems rude, and I really don't want to be rude right now. Rudeness seems like a really potentially bad call. So we're gonna be polite and we're gonna do our jobs and we're gonna everything's gonna be fucking chill. Yeah?
It seems like it might be an interesting night then. We got a new Rowan, and a lawyer is supposed to be here too.
Cool.
Jonas. The lawyer's name is Jonas.
Oh, okay. That's good. I'm glad. Should I call them that? Would that be polite?
Jonas is a person.
I probably should have been wondering that, but I wasn't wondering that, but okay.
Okay. Let's.
Is
Okay.
Tripod a person?
Tripod's a dog.
That's on me.
You're just a cushy.
I think I'm gonna regret this, but what does that mean?
They're like really nice protector dogs. And when they get big, they get to be the size of a Moore says he will be the size of a young bull, and he will protect me. And if you aren't somewhere safe by the third bark, then you die. So Morris says he'll take care of me.
And is that Is the third bark thing the reason his name is Tripod?
Yeah, that's the way he talks.
Oh, oh, oh. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to pet him? He's really nice. He's really soft.
Okay.
Is that dangerous?
No. I mean, you never bit me.
I mean, how often do you get to pet a magic dog? I
I mean,
mean,
okay, Carrie, I get that. I just, I I I like you with two hands.
well, uh, I think Carrie is going to, for a second, like do like the little duck and blush thing, and is then just going to be like, enough not to break up with me, and walk over with the girl to pet the dog.
So back while that interaction's
Well,
going on,
what are you doing, JD?
well, I was gonna say, what are you doing? Did you
No,
go?
but I'm just curious because, like, in that bathroom, there's a horse.
I'm not gonna lick the horse, Will.
Well,
That's
why
a
not?
baby, because it's a baby.
That's a horse, though. Why
It's
wouldn't
a
you lick it?
baby.
You love horse licking. You love licking horses. You talk about it all the time. Go lick that horse.
It's a
That's only
baby.
Callisto. That's only Callisto.
I don't think it is. I think there's been other horses.
That was you who licked that horse.
It's there are comments that have been made about other horses. The intent to lick has been expressed. I mean,
Don't
you're
lick
here
the
now.
baby
You have the
horse.
opportunity.
I am leaving the I'm leaving the horse unlicked.
Okay?
Leaving the baby alone.
Let the record show.
What were you two doing?
I was going to August's office.
Okay. Which way do you leave the building? Do you leave near the camper or do you leave near the bus?
Is one of them faster?
Not really. So the way it's set up, it's like here's the building with them on either side. And then you go out. Technically the one near the camper is a little bit closer because it's a little bit closer to the gas pumps.
Right. Okay.
It's not a significant difference.
Yeah, I think I'll go out by the camper then.
Okay. You walk out. Do you inspect the camper in any way?
Yeah, I guess as I'm walking past it, like
Okay.
I'm kind of
Seems
in a place of Cameron's kind of in a place of like wanting to mind his own business as much as possible, but I don't think I would be able to resist looking.
It seems like a newer camper. It doesn't look like it's seen a lot of use. Like you've seen a lot of campers come through here. This one seems like it has only been on the road maybe a couple of days. And as you go around the side, you see that it's actually got temp tags on it.
Kansas
It's-
temp tags?
No. These temp tags are from Colorado.
Okay.
Right. So you make your way towards the little security outbuilding.
Yes.
It's just a brick square building that was painted like a cream color at one point. The intention is that it will reflect the headlights so that people don't drive directly into the side of it. Because other than that, it's pretty unassuming. There's no windows. There's a vent, like some obvious like ventilation machinery on the roof, and there's a red door. And just a little like intercom slapped to it. The light,
I mean,
the one
is
light
the door-
bulb flickers.
is the door locked?
Yes.
Then I think Cameron's just gonna walk up and like pound on the door a couple of times.
Nothing happens at first. And then the intercom switches on. What are you doing out here?
I mean, there's a lot of weird shit happening inside.
Has anyone
weird-
started fighting yet?
No, there's like a horse baby in the bathroom.
Just because they sell alcohol in that gas station area doesn't mean you guys should be drinking it.
Not drinking it. Look, it's weird, okay?
Do you feel unsafe?
Kind of. They said something about lawyers and like a deal or something. Like there's a lawyer coming to talk to them. One of them said that that she liked Zoe's eyes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with people paying people compliments.
I don't know that it was a compliment.
don't
it kind
know
of felt
why-
like a threat.
I don't know why all of a sudden it's so weird to give people compliments. How else are you supposed to make friends and meet people if you can't even say something nice to somebody?
I don't want to have this conversation with you again. I get it. We don't have an HR department.
You have an HR department through your individual company that rents that space.
What-
I don't.
Which company is that? What is the name? Please tell me.
Whose name shows up on your direct deposits?
I don't know.
You
There
have a
isn't
bank
usually a name. Yeah, I have a bank account. There isn't usually a name. It's like a series of numbers and symbols.
I don't know why that's my problem. I don't know why your pay situation is suddenly my problem. But you're
Look,
not
can you just,
doing
like-
your job if you're out here talking to me.
Yeah, can you just do something about this? Maybe find out why they're here, or at least do something about the horse.
I will call animal control about the horse. About your
Call animal control
about your
the
horse. All right?
Okay, I guess.
Go back in there before somebody hits you with their car.
What a weird thing to say. Okay.
You know what? You have an adult in there if you need one.
Who?
Gramps.
Who?
Don't start with me. He's back in the kitchen at the Earl of Sandwich. If you need help, go get him for help. He's been around a lot longer than I have. He'll take care of you. Stop wasting time and go do your job.
Fine. Thanks for nothing, I guess.
The intercom clicks off.
I'll go back inside.
Cool. As you turn and you face the building, silhouetted by the lights of the
Do this.
inside,
Don't do this.
is the tall man who's been staring. He is watching you.
I think in this particular case, I'm just gonna walk by him. Just gonna pretend he's not even there.
Okay. He does not move. He does not seem to acknowledge you at all as you go past him through the other door. He doesn't turn his head. He actually, now that you're this close, you're not sure if maybe he was looking at you. Maybe he was looking at the building. And then if you look over your shoulder again to check, you see, actually, no, you didn't notice him when you were out there, but Actually, it looks like he's staring at Kevin, who's throwing something away in the dumpsters outside.
Hey, man.
Are you talking to him, or are you just saying that?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna talk to him, I guess. You got something against Kevin?
No. Nothing personal against anybody. Well, nothing personal against any of you.
Okay. What's going on? You know the folks who came in the camper?
He turns just his head to look at you. Did you come back towards him, or are you still a little bit of?
No, I think I came back towards him. I was just gonna go inside, and then I saw him staring at Kevin, and I was like, well, I'm not just gonna let Kevin get murdered.
You know them in passing. For now. That's nothing you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about anything that happens here tonight.
What's up with the horse?
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the bathroom?
There's not a horse in the bathroom. There's a baby.
Okay. Worse, but okay. What's up with the baby? Why does it look like a horse?
I'm gonna need you to roll charm. I'm gonna need you to try. I'm gonna need you to roll 6 on charm.
Okay. Well, that's not technically impossible. Okay, that's a 5, and I can spend adversity tokens.
You can, if you want to spend an adversity token, you may.
I will spend 1 adversity token and make that a 6.
So with a 6, this man looks at you. And then he kind of lifts up his mouth in kind of a smile. It doesn't reach his eyes. It doesn't, not even in the kind of false way where when people fake smile and it kind of scrunches up parts of their face in an over exaggerated smile. It's just as if only the mouth muscles move and nothing else on his face does. And he says, we're just trying to do some business, and we'll be out of your hair. The babies just couldn't find a sitter.
Okay. If you're just gonna do whatever you were doing and then get out of here, fine.
And he turns his head back to stare out the door, and Kevin's not there anymore. But he's still standing there. And then as you go past, Kennedy is standing behind the counter, just what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
What did I
don't know. They said they're just doing business and then they're gonna move on, and August didn't say anything. August was like, it's fine. August was like, do you feel unsafe? And I was like, kind of. What?
That's all he said?
Yeah. Of course, that's all he said.
I hate him so much. Zoe, what you doing?
Was everything chill while I was out here at my help desk?
So, No physical altercations broke out.
Oh. Okay.
But that woman who came in is clearly hostile at this point. And she seems like she was trying to be a little bit hostile towards the, like, in a passive aggressive kind of like way towards the man before he got up and walked off into the convenience store section. And now she's moved on to kind of like picking at the teenager who she was with. And then finally the teenager like throws their hands up in the air and slams their phone down on the table and is like, fine, you can look at it. I don't care. And then they get up and they storm off towards your little help desk.
Your mom?
Yeah.
I could tell.
She's a real treat today.
Ooh, is that because the travel?
Kind of, but not really. Stupid. It's so stupid. It's
Oh, is it a work thing? Oh, are you stuck on a work trip with your parents? Ugh.
no, that's not that's my grandfather, but
Oh.
yeah, they're making me come because they're like, technically this affects you too, but like I don't care about it, you know? Like, it's stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
How does it do? Is it like is it college?
No, it's nothing like that. It's stupid. It's like land disputes.
Oh. Does sound really boring. So it's some sort of like property thing, and that's why it affects you, because it could be your property or
Yeah, but like we don't use it, and like I don't want it.
oh, well then seems your mom should chill out a bit. Like, I guess it's sentimental to her or whatever. Like, was it like a lake house or something that like she used to go to, but now it's like run down and like no one takes care of it, and there's like no knowing it, could just demolish it type situation.
Could you please make me a charm roll?
Yeah.
This will be an 8.
Okay. I think that's my best stat. It is. And that is a 10.
Okay. So the girl glances back towards where her grandfather is now sitting there sipping his coffee. Just seems like he's having a good old time. He actually seems like he's talking to the old woman. But it's unclear how much of their conversation is like genuine. They're doing that like old person smile at each other. And the woman is standing kind of like arms crossed, seated still at the table, almost like she was told she had to stay there. The other person who had been on the bus, it's kind of like who was sleeping, kind of like picked their head up a little bit and is now watching her. And then I would say at this time, this is when Carrie, you guys come back down out of the hall, and you pass by this interaction, and she says, so it's like my mom's upset about it because if we do this, it like devalues the sanctity of the land, because then the land becomes part of something bigger that's not actually connected to our land, but it's connected to like a theoretical land, you know?
I mean, kind of. Look, my grades, not that high in school.
Oh,
And there's nothing wrong with that, so.
So, like, when you have something like that makes you powerful, like Like, okay, so like say you can lift like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And then
Sweet.
like you lose like you break your arm.
Mhm.
And then you can't lift 100 pounds anymore. And you can only lift like 50 pounds. Somebody else gets to pick up whatever your 50 pounds were, and then now they can carry that.
Oh,
Does that
that
make
is good.
sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's kind of a big
like
chunk.
it's like it's like so like she doesn't. My grandfather doesn't care because he's like, that's not the way things are done anymore, and my mom's like, it's the principle. It's stupid.
Sounds like you and your grandpa are more on the same page than she is.
Yeah, well, she always took after my grandmother more than my grandfather, but like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, not much. You can't pick that family. You can pick other families, but not the one you get by default.
Obviously. Hi, Ellen. And the little girl stops. And she goes, oh. Hi. And she keeps going towards her dog.
Family friend.
That's also part of the weirdness.
Oh, is her family the one that's like that land?
She looks like she's gonna say something. And then the woman sees Ellen. And she stands up. And she's like, I cannot believe you brought her here. And the conversation between the two older people stops. And they look at her. She says, what is she doing here?
Hey, why is your mom beefing with a little girl?
So that's Ellen.
I got that.
She's
a changeling.
she's my older sister, but like she's not my sister anymore. Why my dad's not around?
Oh, did your dad take your sister and leave your mom for someone else?
No. My dad got his book published because he
Because he treated your sister?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't know Ellen was gonna be here. This actually kind of makes it a little bit more interesting, honestly. I thought it was just gonna be me.
Yeah, it's about to get at some weird version of Jerry Springer up in here. Question. Why does that make your mom angry? Wouldn't she be like, oh my god, my baby?
Oh, she's just mad because she can't undo it. She can't get her back.
Oh. You can't make that something in the land deal?
You know, I don't know.
Might be worth asking if you really want her back that badly.
I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait till Jonas gets here.
And who's Jonas?
Oh, he's the lawyer.
Okay. Okay.
How's everybody feeling? You all look very distressed.
Quick question. What was the name of the book? Zoe will ask, just like, what was the book your dad published?
Oh, I don't know. I never read it.
And hear what it was called?
Books aren't really my thing.
That's fair. What's your dad's pen name? Could I look it up and like, well, I'm really curious now. What was worth giving away his kid for?
Yeah.
Sorry, is that weird to ask? I'm sorry. This is what. Oh my
Well, like
God.
the only thing is like I could tell you, but like I don't know how much you're gonna remember after tonight.
Then what's the harm in telling me?
You know, like a really fair point.
Yeah, right? If I'm gonna forget, why not tell me?
At this point, the tall man comes back, following the camp. So you are all, sans Kevin and Kennedy, you're all back in your centralized little area. You're all back in the group.
I have a very important question.
Mhm.
How fluffy is this dog?
Very fluffy, very fluffy, very
Very
soft.
fluffy, very soft. I spend more time playing with this dog than is responsible for someone who's at work. That's all I have.
That's all you got?
I
Alright.
don't know if we do some Starbucks will have like puppuccinos or something like that. If we have something like that, I would give the dog one. If we do not, I will not.
I mean, a puppuccino is really just a thing of whipped cream, so you can definitely do it.
I'll give the dog whipped cream if that is acceptable to its owners.
It doesn't seem like any of the other people here are watching the dog at all. It just seems like the little girl, Ellen, it just seems like Ellen is the only one focused on the dog, and she's very overjoyed for you to give Tripod some whipped cream.
Fantastic.
And then at around 12 o'clock, which is when which is always where is it? So at midnight every day, the top 40s rotates a lot of all of its songs, but midnight in particular, it's always gonna play Cats in the Cradle. So that's how you know. You know it's
Appropriate.
midnight. That's how you know tis the witching hour. And at the stroke of midnight, a man in a blue suit walks through the door. And at this moment, if there was any semi pretense of people being normal about things, it's gone. Because it appears you are now the only witnesses to whatever is about to happen.
Lucky us.
Hey, Ellen.
Yeah.
I just got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Has this happened before?
Like here?
Yeah.
Oh, it happens here all the time.
Oh no.
Has this happened to like us before? Is it always us?
I would like everyone to roll a d6 and tell me what you get.
Oh no. This is so bad. Oh
I'm
no.
gonna use my muffin dice. Oh no, that's a 2.
Got a 1.
I'm
How
gonna.
How
So
many
I would-
adversity points can I spend?
None. I just need to know
None?
what your numerical value is.
4.
So only one person got a 2?
I got a 2. Yeah.
Okay.
If I can use.
No, you can't.
Oh.
All Ellen says, Ellen kind of pauses and she looks around. It's only happened to you before.
Me?
Yeah.
Not the others?
You were the only one here last time. It was other people.
Oh.
Like I said, you probably won't remember after this. These are good spaces for these kinds of things.
Yeah. Cool. I'll yeah, if you need anything, if tripod needs another puppuccino, I'll be back behind the bar.
You gonna go have a crisis about it?
I'm gonna have a crisis about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
Have
a
fun.
Snapchat crisis about it in our group chat. Group text is about to be all like just keyboard mashing. And then, you know, oh god.
So like LC style commentary.
Yes, it's
Yup.
absolutely it's
Yeah.
LC style commentary, except if instead of like raw feral energy, it was existential despair.
How poetic is it?
Oh.
Slam poetry style.
Oh, I don't actually think it is particularly poetic. I think she's seriously panicking.
It's fair. It's very fair. All right. So, while that's happening, the woman seems to be reaming this man out quietly. He does not seem phased at all. The old woman kind of takes off her glasses and rubs her empty eye sockets and puts her glasses back on.
Back up. Run that back.
Hold
When
up.
she takes her glasses off, the eyes go with them.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very old lady.
They just
Not normal.
I'm really glad I'm having a little panic attack behind the bar, so I'm not
Oh,
having
yeah.
a panic attack about this. Like, yeah.
Aren't you glad you guys let me do this? Aren't
I
you
can
glad
tell
you guys
you
gave me
originally
permission?
ran this in a system with a sanity mechanic.
Oh yeah, this game would be over really fast.
Anyway, she puts her glasses back on and she's like, well, it's been late enough. Everyone's tired and cranky, so let's just get this dealt with. We need to open the new door. And he agreed that when we took in Ellen, that she would still be entitled to her portions of the land. And the lawyer nods. He's pulling out some papers. And the grandfather says, I don't have any problem with that. It's hers by right, right? And he gestures to the woman, and she is scowling, glaring. And she's saying, if it was her land by rights, she would still be a member of this family. But she's not. And until that changes, Jessica's land. Jessica just, ugh. And the lawyer says, we can go back and forth on this again, as we have 3 or 4 times already. I would really rather not have to drive back to Ohio to have another dispute about this. So let's just try to get this settled here now in Kansas. What does Ellen want to do? And you all turn. Ellen isn't there.
Did she go to get the baby?
It's one of those times when I wish we could use the security footage. Is there even security footage? I don't know, but it'd be really nice to have access to the cameras.
You hear
There's
one of them whiz.
No, yeah, August's definitely watching.
You're useless, and you have no friends.
You're not sure if there's microphones attached to these cameras.
He can learn to read my lips.
Is Tripod still there?
Tripod is not still there.
Okay.
Protect.
Well, she's
Well, I
got
guess
she's got Tripod with her, so she's not going to be in too much trouble. Do you want one of us to go? Do you want some of us? God, I'm not going well on my own.
No, you're not.
Oh, are you offering?
I think this family is perfectly capable of looking after their own. We're not offering anything except for delicious refreshments.
I just want to remember this.
Are you trying to make a deal, Carrie?
The woman at the who's like slouched over the table has perked up significantly and is looking at you.
That
And now
sounds bad.
Now that you are looking at
No, I'm not smart. Even my grandma told me stories about this shit.
Yeah, mine too.
the woman stands up fully from the table, and you see that she is kind of like got almost like a sheen to her, like a shine. And she says, "That shouldn't be a problem."
Okay, but it is a problem. All of this is insane. You're shiny. She doesn't have eyes. This is not, I don't want to remember this. Why do you want to remember this, first of all?
Because this is the only interesting thing that's ever happened.
Oof,
What if it's the last
girl.
interesting thing that happens?
Then that will be something interesting.
But you won't be there to remember it, Carrie.
Also, like, relax. You're 17.
Oh, yeah, because you're 18, Cameron.
No, I'm
Shut up.
saying that, like, you don't have to be in Kansas forever. You can go other places and do interesting things. Unless you die in a gas station tonight.
I'm not going to die in a gas station tonight.
Oh no, we weren't going to do that.
No,
Morris was going to take that gangly one for the baby, but that's everyone else is fine.
I'm
Gangly one?
sorry,
They
what?
were gonna
No.
take Kevin for the baby.
No,
Yeah.
You were gonna feed Kevin to the baby?
that's so rude.
The baby has to eat.
So does Kevin.
Kevin
Well-
is kind of a person. Okay? And you can't treat people like that.
Can the baby eat raccoons? Because we've got raccoons in the dumpster that the baby could eat. That would be probably much more nutritious than Kevin.
They even have hands.
They've
You
got
can-
little hands.
Well,
The baby
I mean,
can eat August.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it's not really up to us now. Morris has already gone out to get the boy.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck. Okay.
Look, I can't do anything about that. I can go see if I can find Ellen and the dog.
Why? Also, we can do something about that. We can go stop this Morris from killing Kevin.
Yeah, you can do that. You should do that. That sounds like a great thing that you can do.
Well, Carrie, I'm
Riley.
not letting you
Riley.
go alone to find Ellen and the dog.
That's not why I said your name. I didn't say your name in a don't let her go alone kind of way. I said your name in like a talk some sense into her kind of way.
I don't think that's my role here, first of all, and there's a lot of shit happening all at once.
so he's gonna lean
Kennedy
over to
slides in, and she's like, "Did somebody say they're going to eat Kevin?"
You should probably text Kevin to come back right the fuck now. Yes.
He's not going to hear it. He's got his stupid headphones in. Oh my
shit,
god,
he's so
Kevin!
vibrant.
And then Kennedy takes off and she leaves the building. He runs out into the dark parking lot.
Okay, maybe you don't care about Kevin, but are you going to let Kennedy die?
I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh my God. I can do all of these things at once. Jesus Christ, you people.
No, you can't. You can't be
Yeah,
in multiple places at
walking,
once.
just walking out
Harry.
of the building. I got 2
I saw Kevin by the
eyes!
dumpsters.
Peace.
All right, I'm going after her.
So Zoe, are you staying to bear witness to this land dispute,
Um,
or are you gonna go help Kevin? Because we are 10 minutes to 11, so we don't have time to do both.
Zoe is going to stay put and see what the fuck is going on, and trying to double check her phone to see if by any chance she had put Gramps' number in there to just be like, hey. Or like looking for like the extension to the Earl of Sandwich, because there has to be a phone back there.
I mean, you could just go to the Earl of Sandwich, but we will revisit that.
You can also take 5 and check in if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we want to.
Up to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, because I'm realizing like we didn't do a break.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to do that? Do we want to do
Yeah,
a quick
take a
take
break.
5?
Take 5 and then deal with shenanigans.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll be
be
right back.
just do a quick take 5.
What's a tussle between friends?
It's a tussle between friends. Hello, everybody. We're going long. We're going to 11:30. So let's go save Kevin first. Zoe's gonna stay behind and try to get some help. Try to witness this land deal. Let's go get Kevin. You follow Kennedy out, and it is eerie out here. You were just out here not that long ago, Cameron, and it somehow feels like it's gotten cloudier, mistier, like a fog or something has rolled in. There are no cars at the gas pumps. The nearest vehicles are the trucks at the very far end of this parking lot, and there, everyone in there is probably asleep. And everything feels almost dimmer. You hear Kennedy's feet taking off towards the dumpsters because you had said that you'd seen Kevin over there. And it's pretty easy for you to follow her out there. And as you run past Riley, you hear a noise and you look down and there are Kevin's headphones on the ground, still playing music. He's listening to Pitbull, God love him. And you keep moving, and then you hear up ahead, you hear Kennedy give a little shrieking yelp, and then something that sounds like a person hitting the pavement.
Oh yeah, I'm racing over there. Like,
You get to the dumpsters, and it's one of those situations where they've got the 3 cement brick walls built up, and then a little bit of like a fence that they close so that people, for some reason, they want to defend their trash. The gates are open, and you see Kennedy kind of stumbling backwards on her hands as she like drags herself kind of back, startled. Her cheek is red, and she's staring at something that's like in that little alcove.
what happened? What's back there? Is it the raccoons?
Oh, it's the guy. It's the tall, spindly guy.
Oh, I'm gonna run over.
Yeah.
You're running on up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You get past Kennedy. She's still scrambling backwards, and in between the 2 dumpsters that are back there, in that kind of like space that's made, you see a dark shapes. You see Kevin kind of like pinned with one hand up against the cement back there. His head is kind of lolling. You think you see maybe like blood trickling from his hairline. And tall, skinny man turns his head. Like he's gonna look over his shoulder, but he's like kind of twisted in a weird way. And he pauses. And then his head keeps turning so that he can look at you.
I'm gonna tackle him.
You're just gonna tackle him? Okay. So that's gonna be, that's gonna be your brawn. Or no, it'll be your fight. Well, which
Could be
would you
brawn.
prefer?
I would prefer brawn.
I can, since you're just tackling him, no finesse to this, just full body, you can go ahead with brawn. I'm going to say your difficulty is going to be a 9.
Okay. That is a 12.
Okay, so you do it, which makes this an impressive success. So you tackle him, launch him, dislodge him from where he's holding on to Kevin. Kevin slumps to the ground. You kind of slam him back into the one of the dumpsters that's right there. And his head kind of rattles a bit as it slams against there. And his
Nobody's
head
getting fed to any babies.
and he kind of like twitches his head back to facing you, and his eyes, now that they're right up in close to you, and it looks like they're like lit from within, like bright. And he says, "Kid, baby's got to eat. Does anyone else want to do anything?"
I mean, Riley's grabbing Kevin
Okay.
and trying to get Kevin away from this man.
You can do that. I will say that's not difficult for you to do. Kevin is unconscious, but he's not very like difficult to maneuver. He's gangly. He's doesn't have a lot of muscle to him, and as you are dragging him out of this predicament, you're realizing this is probably why he got picked. There's not a lot of fight in Kevin. Carrie.
I am gonna roll a d20 about something real quick.
Okay.
There's an entire building full of food there, man.
Yeah, I figure. Yeah, there was about a 5% chance that she was not here because she was going to go off looking for Ellen. And I rolled a 4, so I think she's going to go off looking for. I think she's like not here. I think she's looking for Ellen.
That's fine. So Kennedy is like sitting on the ground, like hyperventilating. You see Riley dragging out Kevin. Cameron's in there. And then you hear like a noise kind of off towards where the bus is. And it sounds like maybe like animal toenails on pavement. And you go in that direction.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Ellen? Tripod? Are you back there?
There's nothing at first. Then you get closer. And you hear a soft growling, soft pre-bark kind of a snarl.
Okay, I'm not here to hurt anybody. Not here to hurt anybody. Just here to talk. I'm just here to talk. I can't hurt anybody. I'm just a person.
Yeah, but you're gonna be mad.
I mean, maybe. But I'm not gonna hurt you.
I mean, you're gonna be mad because I didn't tell you about Morris. You're always mad because I don't tell you about Morris.
Well, yeah, I'm pissed because, he's gonna try to eat our friend.
Well,
or feed our friend to the baby. Yeah, I'm mad.
The baby's stomach can't handle food yet. It's got to eat the traditional meals.
What's the traditional meals?
Ellen kind of like leans around the end of
Is
the
he gonna
bus.
eat something like dreams or fears or something like that? Or is he gonna eat like Kevin?
No. You guys are the traditional meals. People. The
Mhm.
baby, because the baby's too young to eat anything else. The baby can only eat traditional meals. You're gonna be mad.
Yeah. How many times have I been here? How many times have I asked that question?
Or you know, there used to be people who worked the overnight shift at the Cinnabon.
Yeah, they get eaten by the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Yep, that's me.
Morris is gonna take a swing at you.
Okay.
So let me just see real quick what you can do to try to contest that. So this will be physical damage. Similar to
Would this be fight?
This would be fight. So this will be fight. And so fights can be resolved in a number of ways. Physically being attacked, so you're gonna have two options. You can try to stand firm and take the hit with a brawn check, try to like outdo what Morris does. Or you can try to do a contested roll to try to do damage. Or if you want to try to talk yourself out of it with charm, you can, but that's up to you. What do you want to do?
I think at this point I would probably try to do the contested roll.
Okay, so you want to do a fight roll. So you will roll fight. This is going to be, let me see what the difficulty will be for this particular combat situation. It's going to be an 11.
Okay.
It's going to have to be a task where the success is impressive.
Okay. All right. Well, I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So I have 3 adversity tokens.
So with adversity tokens, you can spend 1 adversity token. Do you have any? What are your skills? Do any of your?
I don't need your permission to spend adversity tokens to ignore fears, and I add +3 to rolls when persuading or resisting persuasion from children and adults.
Okay, so if you want to make an argument for rebellious, I will give you rebellious, which will give you an 11.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that.
You are resisting this. Resisting this adult question mark, Morris.
Resisting his persuasion, yes.
Okay. So he goes to try to do similar to what he was doing to Kevin. He puts his hands on your shoulder, and he is surprisingly strong for a spindly stick of a man. And he tries to shove you back into the opposing dumpster, but you withhold it, and you how do you feel about headbutting people?
I feel pretty good about headbutting people.
Does that feel like something you would do?
It does, yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's like, I think at this point it's safe to assume that Cameron plays football. So like
Okay.
I think it's just like being on the line. Like if he's trying to shove me, then I'm gonna like give a little bit, but only just enough that it like kind of throws him off balance, and then I could kind of like get like back in close to him.
Okay, so you hit him. You hit him in the forehead. You feel it's as if there's like a looseness to his neck when you connect. And he like shakes it off. And at this closeness, when he shakes it off, you see it like slides at like almost like a line. It slides back into place after the headbutt. But there is clearly you've done some damage. He seems a little disoriented, a little confused.
Can I rip it off his neck and run with it like a football?
Yes, you may absolutely snatch Morris's little Doulahan head right off of his little neck and run.
I'd like to do that.
Okay.
Is that Braun again, or what do you want to do?
It will be flight.
Okay.
It will be a flight
It's a
roll,
little
and
worse.
I am going to give you let me think. Let's call it a 4.
Oh, 4 difficulty?
Yeah.
That's fine. I got a 6.
All right, it's very easy. In fact, it's almost too easy. It's a little disorienting to tuck this man's head up like you would a football as you run away. He's mumbling something into the side of your arm.
Can I say, got your nose, bitch?
You may. He will bite you for that.
That's fine.
He'll bite you. He'll bite you on your arm. Riley, you are out with Kevin and Kennedy. Kennedy is trying to wake her cousin up. You see Cameron take off, sprinting. He's got something under his arm. He's booking. And then stumbling. You hear something moving, shambling, stumbling, and then out from between the two dumpsters into the light is the rest of Morris.
I'd like to trip him.
You gonna trip him?
Also, as I like run close to Riley, I'm just like shouting, like, I got his head. What do I do with it?
I don't think Riley, I don't think you can answer him and trip Morris. You have to pick. Kennedy just screams. Kennedy just straight up screams.
I'm gonna trip Morris.
Okay. Please roll fight. Please get a 6.
And I spend adversity.
You may. Do you have any kind of other skill or anything that you want to try to use that might help you in this moment?
Would the tough if you lose a combat roll add 3 plus 3 to the negative number work?
Yes. Yes, I think the tough would work. Yes.
Because I rolled a 5.
Okay. So that'll actually give you 7 total.
8. Yep, 8 total.
Okay, that still puts you in a task where success is certain. So yes, you trip him. You just you stick your leggy out real far, knock that man onto the dirt. Kennedy is still screaming. Kevin has woken up at this point, and he is now just like, ugh, ugh. And then he looks down, and the body of Morris is near where Kevin is, and he just like freaks out, lashes out, kicks him hard in the shoulder. Kennedy and Kevin are scrambling to get to their feet, and they're booking it towards where their car is parked, where Kennedy's car is parked.
Yeah, no, Riley is like yelling encouragement at them, telling them to get the fuck out of here. I think he's gonna try, if he can, to subdue / tie up Morris's body.
So there is that gate in front of the dumpster area. So if you can succeed on, I'll say, a 5 brawn check to kind of push his body in there, I'll let you padlock him into the dumpster area.
That is a 10.
Oh, you absolutely do. It's incredibly easy. He starts to try to get to his feet, and you just kind of like turn him around like you do a child before they like hit a pinata, and you just push him in, padlock the door, and you hear him kind of bumping around in there, but you don't hear really, there's no vocalizations because, no head.
Go ahead.
No head. Hey, what are you doing with that? Are you smashing? Are you smashing
No.
the dude?
I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run back into the rest stop and like slide behind the nearest counter. It doesn't have to be the questionable pizza place, but if I can, I will probably do that one. And then I'm going to like open the door to the microwave, throw the head into it, shut the door, and stand there with my finger poised over the button and say, "All right, everybody stop."
We will hold there. Go back to Carrie and Ellen. Carrie and Ellen. So Ellen has just admitted to you that people are missing from here. They've been eaten.
So you no. Yeah. Yeah. What happens if there's no witnesses?
It's not binding.
Okay.
We'll have to go to a different rest stop and do it again. These are like neutral ground.
Uh-huh. Okay. Come on. Come on. Follow me. Let's go on inside. I said I'd go find you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just we don't need another entrance. We've got a lot of them.
Okay. Then you should tell them that. They want to know what you want.
I want to go to Disneyland.
Well, then you should tell them that you want to go to Disneyland. But we're not letting anyone eat Kevin. The baby's going to have to find somebody else to eat. There'll be plenty of pedophiles at Disneyland.
Usually that's what they eat, but like nobody's here today.
You know? I get it.
That or like the weird dude who has a hook for a hand.
You know, we were just talking about that guy.
Well, the baby ate him last time. You can't eat somebody twice.
Well, you could. She looks at tripod. Dogs do that all the time. They're gross.
The dog makes like a semi-boof noise, but like nothing actually comes out.
Mm-hmm. Go tell them what you want. We're not letting the baby eat Kevin. The baby's gonna have to be hungry tonight. Sorry.
Okay.
I know it sucks, but no, that's not happening. So to go finish out the deal, get it done, let them know, and go to that. Maybe you don't want the land, and you can just go to Disneyland.
Okay.
All right.
You go past the bus. The door to the bus is open. You see the driver sitting in the chair in front of the wheel. he looks over at you and just sort of gives you a friendly, familiar wave as you go back into the building. Zoe, you stayed the whole time.
Yeah.
What did you try to do?
Well, did I get the name of the book that was apparently so important that Jesse and Ellen's father were like,
You did not, because at
Okay.
this point, with the chaos of Ellen being missing, the fact that you guys were gonna like chasing after Morris and everything, the woman who came with Jessica and the old man has taken this time to just start absolutely fighting it out. She is arguing tooth and nail with the grandmother and the other shiny woman about the logistics of things and about how this is not fair and how it belongs to her and it belongs to her daughter, and that if Ellen's not her daughter, Ellen's not entitled to the land. It wasn't her husband's land to give away. And the old woman is saying that may be so in her eyes, but blood is blood, and Jonas just does not seem to care at all. He's just making notes, and if you look at the document that he's got, it's clear that they've been at this for a long time. There's a lot of redlining on this contract.
Sorry, y'all came up here and this is where I work, and this is way above my pay grade, but do you, whoever you are, ma'am, do you not want your daughter back?
It would kill her.
Kill her as in...
Jessica leans forward. She's the firstborn.
Oh. So you can't just trade the land for your sister?
No, she steps back on like normal land, like as a normal person. She's like dust.
And you can't make a deal to make that not happen?
No, that's just like how time works.
Oh. How old are you guys?
Oh, I'm 18.
Oh. How old's your sister?
I don't know.
Oh.
We're technically like half siblings. Her dad is not my dad.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, good. Her dad sucks.
Well, yeah, he got us all into this mess. And
Mm-hmm. And where's he?
oh, Morris fed him to the baby.
Good for the baby.
Yeah,
I was
that's why I
going to
don't like.
suggest that.
It's like why I don't bother to pay attention to like whatever book he wrote. Doesn't matter. He's not writing any sequels. Anyway,
No, valid. His book can be forgotten.
anyway. And then at this point, Cameron runs in and shoves Morris's head into the microwave.
Oh, what the fuck,
All
Cameron?
right, listen up. I don't know what you people are, but I'm betting 5 minutes on high isn't going to do this guy any favors.
Incredible.
The woman, Jessica's mother, kind of like looks at you and she's like, "You'd be doing everyone a favor." And the old man is like, "Meredith, please." They'll never be able to use that microwave again for food.
They
Get a
shouldn't
new
be
one.
now. They shouldn't be using it now. Let's be extremely real.
Food is a strong word.
That thing's running on hope and duct tape. Like,
The woman is like, "Now, listen. Whatever you're doing seems very, very aggressive.
Sorry.
Why do you have Morris's head?"
You
Why-
tried to feed Kevin to the baby.
you said he was going to feed Kevin? Is Kevin okay?
He's a little banged up.
Oh, good. He's not eating. That's what's important.
No, he didn't get eaten,
Good.
but he was bleeding.
Fuck. Is that hen alive?
You hear
I like bang on the
Violent
top of
swearing.
the microwave a couple
Oh
times.
my-
it like
fuck.
rattles around in there. You hear violent swearing.
Yeah, it's alive. The body's alive too.
Riley, you come back into the building at this point.
Body's taken care of.
So we're not doing this anymore. We're not feeding people to the baby in the rest stop shower.
The old woman blinks at you behind her glasses. She's like, "It's just a baby. Not
No,
hurting anyone."
I don't care. First
We're
of
not
all,
blaming
first of all,
baby.
no, it's not. And I'm tired of people pretending like it is.
Well, you're all being very uppity today. We're just trying to make a deal, and you don't have to. Fine, we won't feed Kevin to the baby. We won't
Right.
feed anyone to the baby. At this point, if you can just sit down and settle down and sign some documents, everything will be fine. Carrie, you and Ellen, come in.
Oh, she's okay.
Ellen, sweetheart, come here. Come here. We have to finish the contract with Jonas. Ellen stands next to you, Carrie, and looks up at you.
You're allowed to want stuff too, kid. Let him know.
I don't want to plant any more mushrooms and get more cousins. I want to just go to Disneyland and fight the big mouse. There is a baffled moment of silence. And then Jessica starts laughing. Really hard.
Wait, and all this time, none of you asked what Ellen wanted? Wow. I thought I was dumb.
She's a kid.
Yeah, kid who got severely fucked over.
Life's kind of shit.
I mean, yeah, but like, I also can't get sick. I'm like immune to that.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Really time to have that. Are you happy where you are, Ellen?
Yeah. I mean, they take care of me and we have fun and we go a lot of places and I've seen a lot of places and get to eat a lot of really fancy food and I've seen so many movies. But yeah,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
and we get to ride in the big bus. And it only costs 2 silver. And he'll take you anywhere.
Yeah.
And then Ellen looks up at you, Carrie. She says, "Do you want to go to Disneyland?"
Oh,
I
The woman, the shiny woman looks interested again in this.
Carrie, don't.
I've been here 4 times before. How long was there in between those times?
or
Oh, like a couple months. We were here last time we were here, it wasn't with the witches. We were here because Morris was getting divorced. But
Yeah.
oh, is that why he's been? Oh, never mind.
Morris has been going through a lot. I'm not sure he's gonna enjoy being in the microwave, but
Well,
you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny.
he,
It
he
is
could,
funny.
yeah, he could probably talk to Gramps about going through a lot. I've heard Gramps has been through a lot too. Is this what Gramps has been through?
Oh, then she points at the Earl of Sandwich. Him?
Him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Gramps started working here when they built it in the 60s.
so you've been here since the 60s?
We come through a lot. The one in Can't. This one's one of the nicer places to stop and do legal work.
Oh.
So what's happening?
I think I'm gonna go to Disneyland with a bunch of fairies.
Carrie,
What does that?
hey,
What does that mean for
in
you?
exchange for what? Carrie,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
2 silver.
And you get to keep your memories this time, the woman says.
Can you?
Well, it's because I brought her back with me. That was already established.
Okay, but then you're coming back. You're free to go wherever you want.
Am I free to go wherever I want after we go to Disneyland? Since I was invited freely by your ward?
Mm-hmm.
Because Ellen is a person. Yes. But I wouldn't recommend coming back here afterwards.
Yeah, no, that's that.
Well, sweetheart. And she gestures at the other three. No one will remember you.
Hey, whoa, that's rude. I didn't agree to that.
No, but nobody ever remembers if they stay here.
Why? Because you like erase their memories?
Jonas looks up. He's like, I do that part, but yes.
Well,
And we don't have
Not-
any say.
not this time. Not this time. Don't do that.
Are you? He looks at
I'm not willing
he looks at the
to
microwave
carry.
again. He's like, "Are you threatening my client?"
This bitch is on popcorn.
I
I would like you all to decide amongst yourselves who is going to roll a single charm roll.
Probably not me.
Charm is
Uh,
my highest.
You
It's the
have to
D20.
meet. You have
Probably
to
you.
meet a 16. You have to meet the low end of an extraordinary success.
is there any way I can help with this?
You can give adversity tokens.
Cool.
Okay.
So, how many adversity tokens are we allowed to spend on a roll?
Each one of the other players can give you one adversity token. They have to narratively tell how they are helping you, and then you can spend one on yourself as well. And then
Great.
if you have any skill or whatever that gives you additional,
Mm-hmm.
you can use those as well.
Would this count as defending one of my friends?
Yes.
Okay, that would add a +3 to my roll. So,
You're technically defending yourself, Riley, and
yeah.
Mhm.
I rolled 17, so with my +3, that's a 20.
okay. So a 20 is
Hell yeah.
which means it is the most incredible you could possibly succeed. So Jessica at this point says, "Oh, come on. They didn't even sign anything. Does it even count if they didn't sign anything?"
What she said.
And the old man and the old woman look at each other. And they say, "All right, just this once. Although, if you change your mind, Jonas will leave his card."
Cool.
I think this makes sense. I mean, if people know, then they can help. They can make sure that baby's eating guys with hooks for a hand, and, you know, shitbirds, and, you know, people
Wait, there
who
was
probably need to be eaten.
there really was a guy with a hook for a hand?
Yeah, baby ate him
None.
last time.
Oh, baby!
I think I'd remember if there was a guy with a hook for a hand.
Apparently,
Are
you
you
did
sure?
enough to tell the story. Look, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm going to Disneyland with the fairies. We all get to keep our memories, and I am gonna not eat any of the food on the bus. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of snacks here.
Kennedy's gone. And you know, August left you to the wolves, so you can just steal some stuff.
August
I'm
can
gonna
cover your tab. Take whatever you carry.
Amazing, amazing. Oh, I didn't get my free drink. And yeah, I am going to take my shift drink. And I think as she like is about to walk away, she's going to like pause for a second at the door, and she's gonna take off, like, she's got like those flare pins. She's gonna take off one of, like, it's like a little raccoon with a knife flare pin, and she's going to walk over to Riley and like pin it to his hat.
I'm gonna miss you. Okay.
I'll miss you too. You were an all right boyfriend.
Well, I mean, it's not forever.
Yeah, I'm not coming back.
She's not coming back.
Can you
And that's
take?
fair.
Well, can you send us some pictures of the cool shit you see in the group chat? Let's make a new group chat. August isn't allowed in the group chat.
Yeah, I will. We should
Wait,
make a new
August
group.
was in the group chat?
I
August has
assumed.
been in the group chat the whole time.
That son of a bitch saw the horse.
He did
Yeah.
see the horse.
Why do you think he's always in the security booth?
He's like, I'm not gonna get eaten by fucking Selkie.
I know the teenagers working here can get eaten apparently. Well, I guess except for the hook man, but
Maybe the hook man was one of the people working at the Cinnabon. Who knows?
oh no!
But yeah, she's gonna yeah, she'll say goodbye and say like, I'll send you a postcard, and if I can get it, video of Ellen fighting the big mouse.
Hell yeah!
I hate him. I hate him so much. He fills me with rage.
This is good. This is good. This is appropriate.
Kim,
I was gonna say, there seems to be some like awkwardness from Jessica's family as they stand here and watch this, and they, without saying anything, slink out the door.
nice meeting you, Jessica. Sorry it was weird.
It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. Just
You can
Oh,
text
yeah.
me whenever.
yeah. Oh, I think I do have. No, I guess that's Carrie's number. I'll figure it out.
Karen can get you my number. Yeah.
I unplugged the microwave and I will toss it to whoever in Morris's family is willing to receive it. And I'm just gonna say, like, I'm not taking him out. He bites. You can find his body out back.
The
It's
shiny
locked up, actually.
the shiny
Oh.
woman will take it. She's like, it's fine. We'll get him.
Do you have to take the body?
Well,
You want to keep it? Why
I
do you want to
don't
keep it,
know.
Riley? What the fuck?
he's not going to be very useful to you.
I don't like the idea of his head being reattached. That's all.
Oh, it's fine. It doesn't make any noise or anything like that. It just happens. And
That's not what concerns me.
She
If he
she
comes
car-
back, I'm just gonna pull it off again. So
You'll remember this
if you ever see Morris again, it's on site.
on site.
it is.
Touchdown, bitch.
Tell him next time we're playing keep away.
Yeah. So you go out and you realize that it is now nearing 1 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
Witching hour, the prime time for this sort of business, is over. And they get on the bus. And Carrie, as you approach it, the driver kind of leans down from his seat and he says, "You're joining us this time."
Yeah, they say fifth time's the charm.
He gestures towards like one of those old-timey like little boxes where you would insert quarters.
I think she pulls out 2 like bicentennial quarters, like the old like that they put out for the bicentennial,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
that she kind of like pulled out of like the tip jar at some point. And takes a seat on the bus and sort of waves goodbye as it pulls away.
The doors close, and once they do, you can't see inside the bus anymore. The windows are tinted. It's dark. The bus pulls off onto the I-70, turns towards Florida.
Disneyland is in California.
Is it? I don't actually fucking know. Turns
Disney
towards
World.
California.
Disney
World.
World is in Florida.
I don't know. I don't care for the mouse
They
very
have
much.
shortcuts.
Either way, she can fight the big mouse.
Either way, she's
Yeah.
gonna fight the big mouse. That's really all that Ellen cares about. And the 3 of you are still here until 6 a.m.
It's fine.
And that is the last bus that gets in at 11.
That was a lie.
Oh my god.
Oh, would I
was
do
a
that?
lie.
Would I lie?
You did. The
Would
last
I
bus got in
lie?
at 11:30.
On
Oh.
site, August. That's why he's so hiding.
It is
My
on site. He
God.
better never come out of that office.
Nah, weld the
Seriously?
door shut. Weld it shut.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
Yes.
That was an experience.
I kept my eyes.
You did.
I was so nervous.
That was great. That
Yeah.
I used to have
I used to have eyes like
You used
that.
to
I used to have
eyes
eyes like that, yeah.
It's pretty
That-
incredible.
nobody liked that. Everybody loved. Nobody liked that.
Mhm.
True.
Yeah. So that's
Mhm.
been the game. I don't know if we want to do outros or if we want to just run away because it is 11:45.
Yeah.
It's late. We could probably
Sorry.
just run away. I think the only thing we really have to plug, unless JD has anything, is Section 8 is this Sunday at 1 p.m.
Ooh.
Oh,
Check it out. It's the next Horizons and Halcyons game.
nice. We also have on Monday, after kind of a hiatus, we do
Come.
have Thy Kingdom Come.
We do.
Demons
I think that's it.
will explode.
All right. Well, then in that case, we are going to disappear in just a second. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. There are social links in the chat if you are not already following us and you would like to, or you can join the Discord community if you want to know what we're up to. It's a great place full of great people. We have some stuff that's coming up soon in there. I think we're going to be doing one of our PowerPoint parties at some point in the near future, probably in a couple of weeks or so. But if that sounds interesting, you could join. The sign up form is going to be coming out at some point in the near future. And there's posting memes and shit in there all the time. A lot of clips from tonight's game. Thank you, Steph. That I saw getting posted in there as well.
Oh boy.
But that's going to do it for us here. Most of our friends that we would normally raid have already gone to bed, so we're going to raid Happy Jacks RPG. It's their affiliate anniversary. We don't know them. They seem nice. Be nice, be friendly when we hop over there. But I think that's going to do it for us, so say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
See you next time. Bye.